I've called ahead to the Acme headquarters in Mexico City. They'll have the equipment you need.
Did you know that the longest river in Mexico is the Rio Grande, which runs along part of the border between the United States and Mexico?
Yeah, but don't they call it a different name south of the border?
Uh-huh. They call it the Rio Bravo.
That mountain over there is Popocatépetl, isn't it?
Uh-huh. The volcano whose name means Smoking Mountain.
Didn't anybody ever tell it it's not healthy to smoke?
I think when you're that big, you can pretty much do anything you want.
That's the way Carmen thinks, too. Thinks no one can dampen her big plans. But we're about to throw a little water on her fire. Just some piece of a broken mosaic.
Small restaurants like that are called fondas. They serve popular Mexican food like tortillas, which are pancakes cooked on a griddle, and tacos, which are filled tortillas and, of course, beans and rice.
The Aztecs and the Mayans were two of the great ancient civilizations of Mexico.
Nothing up here right now.
Did you know Mexico is the world's leading supplier of silver?
I did know that. I have some beautiful Mexican silver jewelry. Soccer seems to be popular the world over.
Next time you eat an avocado, think of Mexico. It's an indigenous plant from this area.
Don't forget chocolate. Cacao beans were harvested by the Mayans and Aztecs.
You're right. Where would we be without chocolate? Next time you eat an avocado, I've always wanted to have a piñata on my birthday. I'm a sucker for candy. Get it?
I think you should ask for a new joke book instead.
Acme's Mexican headquarters. The seasoned agent casually raps out his famous secret knock. I love this part. For me? Just what I always wanted, an honest-to-goodness photon frequency analyzer. I'm keeping this. Just the thing for analyzing old stuff for paint remnants.
And the perfect gift for the agent who has everything. It actually distinguishes wavelengths reflected off a surface.
That's right. That's how our eyes see color. Cool, huh? Physics 101. Now that is a big bull ring. It's hard being a secret agent in Spain.
How so?
You want to fit in, so you try to adopt the local customs, like taking a siesta in the afternoon. It's a great custom, but it's kind of hard to catch international criminals and still take a nap in the middle of the day. Hey, maybe we can catch some bullfighting while we're here in Spain.
Well, if we're going to catch anything besides Carmen here, I'd like to catch a bus to Madrid or Barcelona and see the art of Salvador Dali and Picasso.
Yeah, now we're getting somewhere. Look at what's on the underside of the lid. We should check it out carefully. Okay, I'll analyze it. It'll only take a second. Bingo! A complete readout. We can tell exactly how this looked when it was painted.
Every section was a different color. That has got to be significant somehow. It's worth noting in my journal anyway. I wonder if there's anything else in this villa that may help us figure out where to go next. I love all the beautiful art and architecture in Spain. Many countries in the world reflect the Spanish influence, from when Spain was a world power in the 16th and 17th centuries. Spanish oranges are famous, of course, but you'll also find other citrus fruits, not to mention grapes and olives growing around here. I wonder where this place is. Look at all those vineyards. Why don't you check your database for vineyards?
Good idea. If this was the explorer's villa, it must have been someplace important to him. I love France. My family and I used to vacation here. I visited the Pyrenees Mountains on the border of France and Spain. Those were great times.
You really roughed it as a kid, huh? Didn't even get to see Mont Blanc, the highest mountain in the Alps, or fish from a fishing village on Brittany's rocky coast to the north.
Wait, I'm getting a very high reading from my sarcasm detector.
Not from me. Well, chasing Carmen after this lost treasure has sure led us to some beautiful spots. Just look at those ruins down there.
Yep, I love the castles here in France. Chapeau.
Chapeau are hats, you goof. Chateaux are castles.
Huh, maybe that's why that guy I talked to earlier was looking at me strangely. I guess I told him we were looking for some vineyards near a ruined hat. The date on the bridge matches the one in the explorer's parchment. And look at what was behind it. What do you suppose all these mean? Their shapes look familiar.
The parchment stated that we'll need them to unlock the secret. You can bet they're not just a random collection of stones. And they do have familiar shapes, don't they? What was it that parchment said?
Another vile message capsule, and left out in plain sight, too. Strange. And the second largest country, huh? I think I know where we can find that out.
And near where the wolf howls. I know we've seen a wolf somewhere, but where?
No luck. Maybe we should check the spelling. Didn't I see that? No luck. Maybe... The Bordeaux region of France is known for its vineyards. Bordeaux grapes produce some of the world's most famous wines. You know what my favorite wine is?
Yep. I'm hungry.
Very funny. Okay, we've got the stones. They look like they may fit, but how do we know which order to put them in?
I'm not sure. Maybe there's still another piece of this puzzle that we don't have yet. The French word chateau can refer to a castle or a large country house. Many chateaux have a lot of land, often used as vineyards.
Okay, I got it. Chapeau, hat. Chateau, castle. Did you know that only about 1/4 of the French people live in rural areas like that farming village?
Well, I wouldn't mind. After all this world travel, it looks kind of peaceful.
Check out those castle ruins in France. You have what you need to solve the puzzle. 7 stones, 7 continents. Arrange them in correct order, largest to smallest. Use the book if you need help.
Who knows how long Carmen knew about this explorer? He must have been extraordinary.
He certainly hid his treasure well, but I think we've got everything we need here. Let's figure this thing out. We're getting really close to solving this whole mystery. Okay, now this is officially creepy.
Look at that brass inscription. That's not a language I've ever seen. We need to make a rubbing of it so we can take it someplace to figure out.
Let's do it quickly. Maybe it's just me, but this place is really spooky. And Carmen Sandiego keeps boasting about how she's always watching us.
Right on. We should have the chief call ahead to my professor friend in Greece. He was a big help before.
Professor Lonsdale? Will do. Hear that, Chief?
I'm here. Good work, you two. I'll send him a fax of the rubbing immediately. You had better get over there as soon as possible, but try not to be tailed by vile agents. The professor is really paranoid he's being watched.
Art, theater, history, architecture, you name it. And the Greeks are also known for folk dancing, too.
I'd like to join them, but we have a case to solve. places to go and people to see.
I'd still hope that we can find some time to relax.
After we catch Carmen Sandiego.